Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tech Upskill channel. This is the fifth video in our n8n full course. If you're just joining us, make sure to check out the full playlist. It includes all the previous videos to help you catch up and get the most out of this series. In today's video, we're going to build a complete workflow from scratch using the automation tools you've already started learning in this course. You'll see exactly how to create an automation that handles new client requests step by step. We'll start with a Google Sheet as our trigger, send a Slack message to notify the team, automatically email the client using Gmail, and finally add their contact to Google Contacts. This is a practical, real-world automation that ties together everything we've covered so far and helps you get comfortable building useful, functional workflows. And now let's dive in and get started. As usual, let's begin by setting up our trigger. Click on Add First Step, and from the options, choose App Event. In the search bar, type Google Sheets and select it from the list. For this workflow, we want the automation to trigger whenever a new row is added to the sheet. There are other options like Row Updated, but for now, we'll stick with New Row Added. Next, we need to prepare our Google Sheet. Create a new sheet and add the following column headers: name, email, phone number, and description. For clarity, name the spreadsheet something like Flow 2. Once the sheet is ready, go back to the automation editor and search for the sheet by name. Select it and choose the worksheet, usually named Sheet 1 by default. Before continuing, make sure your sheet contains some sample data. Just like we did in previous examples, having a sample row helps test the trigger. Fill in the columns with test information like a sample name, email, phone number, and a short description. Now click Fetch Test Event. This will pull in the data you just entered so the automation has something to work with. You should see the test values appear, confirming the trigger is successfully set up. With that done, it's time to add our next step, Slack. Click to add a new step and choose Slack from the available apps. Select the action to send a message to a channel. You'll need to choose the appropriate channel. Make sure it's already created in your Slack workspace. Now, compose your message. It should include the client's name, email, phone number, and description, all pulled dynamically from the Google Sheet data. This way, your team gets notified instantly whenever a new client request comes in. Now let's craft the message that will be sent to our team via Slack. This message will notify the team that a new client request has been received. In the Slack message field, write something like, "New client is here, check details." To make the message more informative, we'll include key details from the Google Sheet. We can do that using dynamic variables. Add line breaks and start inserting the fields: name, email, phone number, and description. Each of these values will be pulled directly from the new row added in Google Sheets. Simply map the corresponding variables from the trigger step, just like we did in previous automations. Once your message is complete and all dynamic fields are included, go ahead and test this Slack step. After testing, you'll see a response on the right-hand side. It might first appear as raw schema data, but you can switch to table view for a clearer look at what was sent. This helps confirm everything is working and that the right data is being passed to Slack. Let me show you how to preview the Slack message results. In the top right corner of the test results panel, you'll find several viewing options: Table, JSON, and Schema. By default, you might see the raw schema view, but switching to table view gives you a much more readable format. It allows you to confirm exactly what data was sent to Slack. Now let's move on and create our next step, sending a thank you email to the client using Gmail. Add a new step and select Gmail as the application. Then choose the action Send Email. In the recipient field, we'll dynamically insert the email address from the Google Sheets trigger step. This means every time a new row is added, the email will automatically go to that specific client. No manual work needed. Next, for the subject line, type something like, "Thank you for contacting us." Next, you'll choose the email format, either plain text or HTML. For simplicity, we'll go with plain text since this is just a basic confirmation message. Now, let's write the message itself. You can start with a personalized greeting by inserting the client's name using a dynamic variable from Google Sheets. Something like, "Hello name, thank you for contacting us. We will contact you as soon as we process your data. Regards." It's a simple message, but it adds a professional and personal touch. Keep in mind, this setup is designed to handle entries that come into your Google Sheet, whether from a type form, Google form, a call log, or any other channel. As long as the information gets recorded in your sheet, this automation will grab it and send a response email to the client automatically. This way, your follow-up process is consistent and hands-free. The final step for now involves integrating Google Contacts. We'll create a new contact by filling in key fields like the given name, which we pull dynamically from our data. While we could separate first and last names for simplicity, we'll just use the full name here. Then we add the phone number, specifying the type as mobile, and use the corresponding variable from our Google Sheet. After setting this up, we can execute the step to ensure everything works properly. Once that's confirmed, we can activate the automation. Now, whenever a new row is added to our Google Sheet, the whole workflow triggers automatically. For example, if we input a new contact, like new contract, with an email, phone number, and description, such as test account, the automation will process it. After a wait, you'll see the execution status update to succeeded. This means the Slack message was sent, the email was delivered, and the contact was created successfully in Google Contacts. Now, let's check the Slack channel. Here is the message sent. If we check the email inbox, you'll see the confirmation email was sent. Finally, if we look at the contacts, we will see a new contact was created with the details. In upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into more advanced topics, complex workflows, agents, including voice agents, and many more automation features. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss out on the next videos in this series. Also, check out the full playlist from right here to keep leveling up your automation skills. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.